Nice little rotations there, but not quite enough. Not able to get away in time as Sickness charges down the stairs. Picks up that final kill and locks SEAL Team Bravo in for yet another point here on map 2 as they go up 2-1.
Back to the drawing board, Ember.
That smoke. This smoke.
It covered well.
It covered well, but it was almost detrimental. It would have almost been better to ID Sickness there with the shield, use it to soak up some bullets, force a rotation, clean him up, and then continue the push. But, you know, you saw what happened there. They basically went in blind. He had no way of knowing that Sickness was going to push through there and clean that shield up. And so it kind of left him exposed. Exactly. So a very... well-intentioned, of course, smoke.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just not quite the coverage they needed. You always want those smokes closer to the objective, too. You know, you want them on the objective, causing confusion, causing rotations, so that as you approach, you can pick them up as you go.
This is actually the second time I've seen it on Ember's side. They're using a shield, but it's twice now I've seen where a rifleman gets out in front of the shield. It takes point over the shield when it goes into, like, for example, the first objective was downstairs. Why would you rush ahead of your shield and be completely exposed running around the corner when you could just hold 2-3 seconds, let your shield man get in front of you, so he can either call people out and you can go around the corner already ready to shoot in a location, or you have a piece of cover that you can duck behind, spot for yourself, and pop up and take those shots. It's just, I think they're getting a little antsy. Maybe they're a little excited because it's, you know, the first game of the season, and I can totally understand that. Like you said, shaking off the rust. And realistically, is losing this game going to kill them? Absolutely not. It's the first game of the season. There's quite a many more games to come in season 10. You know, and every win and loss matters. So they'll be fine in this early on. They might not get ranked as high initially, but if they played like they did in season 9, they'll be right back towards the top by the end of it all again.
Yeah, absolutely. And a fantastic grenade there from Rob, downing Hondo all the way back in spawn. What a chuck that was. I mean, definitely blind hope, but you gotta love when blind hope just pans out for you. Drummer does get that revive.
Doesn't seem like... It looks like the pacing of the offense is now off because Raz and Sickness, or Raz is going hard underneath. He's going to try and come around from the backside, which is understandable, but it's slowed and thrown off the coordination of the push. Sickness is now gone because I don't think they quite realized that the rotation back for the Res was happening. So push wasn't really on. Smokes are out now, but they're not really getting utilized. They are to a sense. Here comes another one. Quokka going to be spotting from inside the stair house here. Hailfire will find Hondo, and Diesel's now going for the cap. No, he's gonna find Quokka.
Milkman's stuck on him. Milkman, turn around. Oh no, he doesn't spot him out, and Diesel able to punch in the code on that unfortunate mistake by Milkman. And that is going to be SEAL Team Bravo's round and game, all cinched up in one.
Man, and the second map that they close out with a cap.
Yeah, they are just playing so strong right now. Oh,
they look very solid. There is no denying that. So teams at the top, if you are out there in the audience right now, or if you're watching this back and as a VOD later, you better keep SEAL Team Bravo on your radar, because if they play like this, even against the top teams, you're gonna have a hard time keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. A really great, I mean, just the ability to recover from the situations that they've recovered from. You know, they almost had a lost offensive push on the downstairs objective, but they were able to claw back after some really great plays from a few of the Ember boys. And we saw that same thing there. Like, they just kept clawing back, got down by a nade, had to force rotations on their offense, and still they were able to get in range, cause enough confusion, put the smokes in the right place, and get that code in. Very well played by SEAL Team Bravo. Definitely kudos to them. And Ember, you know, not far behind. They've just been struggling to keep the folks alive in the early game. You want to have, you know, should go without saying. But you want to have your defenders up and alive the closer you get to, round timer being over. And losing people early in the first 20, 30, 40 seconds, and of course you're playing on a small map, so it's somewhat understandable.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
But still, it's one of those things that you don't see from top teams, right? From the Globochems and the beginners and the SMCs of the world. They like to play it relatively close to the chest, try to keep everybody up, try to keep the comms flowing throughout, and just try to deal with the offense as they come. But enough yammering as we get into our third map. Quarantine will be map 3. The choice, of course, of SEAL Team Bravo. Now, game is decided, but a map win for Ember would still be a boon because they don't want to. The more your score gap is versus your opponent, the more you lose by, the more it affects your MMR. So Ember is definitely not looking to slouch here, and SEAL Team Bravo definitely can't take their foot off the gas either, as there is still something on the line for these two teams. I'm excited about this quarantine map, however. Definitely one of my personal favorites. Probably a lot of people in the league will say that as well. But what are you expecting here on Quarantine? Because we've seen some like sort of the mid-range map, the small range map, and Quarantine would be arguably one of the longer range maps in the game. What do you expect to see here out of these two teams?
Honestly, I'm expecting Ember to. Well, I'm going to base everything off of what I've seen so far tonight. I'm going to see SEAL Team Bravo showing us exactly how coordinated and ready they are for this season, and I think we're going to see Ember putting up a good fight, but ultimately still shaking off a lot of the rust and finding their groove again in the, in a real league match environment. I mean, we can practice and we can scrim, till we're blue in the face, but let's be honest, no one plays the same in a scrim as they do in practice, and that sounds so bad, but there's nothing on the line there, right? Like, so in the back of your head, you're never losing anything. So if you really think about it and you broke it down, you really sat there and you said, did I play at 110% in that scrim with X team? You're probably going to say no. And the reason why? Because it didn't matter. But these games matter, and it's a different atmosphere. And then, being down and knowing you're being casted even can sometimes add to that pressure, just depending on who you are. Not everyone's super happy about being casted. Sometimes they feel like it adds pressure to them to be better or to make amazing plays, and then they start thinking about things and it becomes an issue. But either way, I've said too much, and SEAL Team Bravo shot already as we're into round 1, and Hondo finds an early pre-fire pick onto Switch right on top of the objective. We're here at the East Glass building for our first objective. Switch going to get picked up by Quokka, who's immediately going to walk out to cover, and a frag's going to come in and find Switch.
Wow.
And down Quokka. The objective is open. Sickness is actually already in position to strike. Milkman, he's there, but the wing should be able to see him, and I think the wing's going to go for the shots. He sees the rotation in, and Milkman's aware. Oh, he's going for the res anyway. Ooh, I don't know. I might have saved the syringe for myself, because there he goes. He's dead. Quokka is out. Milkman is all by himself here on OBJ, and the remainder of his team can't really do much about it. Hondo finds Hailfire, and here comes Sickness. He's pre-firing in the wrong spot, which will let Milkman pick him up. But that's only one. They've got 4 more to go. Milkman doesn't hear Diesel, or maybe he does. Diesel makes it around the corner. The shots ring out. Raz finds Rob, but Milkman gonna shut down Diesel. Milkman's gonna one-hand this entire team.
Yeah, he has been holding it strong all by himself, and he's still got plenty of work to do as 3 members of the offense remain, and they're all over.
Not a good place to be. Oh my goodness, he finds the shots. Killing Drunk Drummer off the south wing. That's impressive to do, especially with that TAR 21. That's a jumpy little gun.
That's a very tough gun to find that pick with. Take a look at that again. What a fantastic long-range shot from the tank. I mean, just such a... How mad would you be if you're the guy on the wing? Of course, Drunk Drummer's
super mad.
Especially but Hondo is here.
21. Yeah, he's crawling up. This is a cap. SEAL Team Bravo is capping again. This is the 3rd cap. And I can't really say I'm mad at Milkman because he's already killed 3 of them.
Yeah, this is definitely a cap. Milkman not awares here as the code goes in, and 2 points go the way of SEAL Team Bravo right off the bat here for map 3. No mercy for the other team, says SEAL Team Bravo.
None at all. 0 F's given.
I want to take a look at that grenade kill again just one more time. Let's take a look at that replay. What a fantastic toss that was.
And the timing. Right after he was res to just negate the res and down the reser.
Yeah, it was a fantastic grenade, and the distance on it was just absolutely monstrous.
Doing my Italian little like kiss the fingers thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just phenomenal stuff.
Grenadino delicioso.
Yeah, SEAL Team Bravo, as I said, not letting off the gas just yet. They are.
I think they put a brick on the gas pedal and jumped out of the driver's seat after the last round. They're just full throttle into the wall until the match is over. But I can say this match is going by relatively quick. I really didn't think we'd be under an hour going into the could be second to last round of the entire match.
Yeah, that was. I mean, hey, I got to give kudos to Milkman. He found 4 in that pickup as well. I mean, it has not been.
And one of them was after the cap.
Yeah, it has not been entirely one-sided, but a really great heads-up play there from Milkman. Yeah, the caps have just been absolutely devastating to Ember here. And you know what I mean? Like, after the first one, you're kind of like, okay, we could shake it off. After the second one, you're, okay, a little much, and both for round losses, maybe want to keep an eye out a little bit better. And then to start the third map with a cap is just like, what is going on? You know, like, you get that feeling of like, does anything I do even matter? You know, that's kind of, I think, where the headspace of Ember is. I've been there, Ember boys, don't you? Where I think we all have. You do everything right, and nothing comes out in your favor. And we'll see if they can turn things around here in the back half of this match as they spawn on the southern side of the map, so a little bit more obfuscated from the largely northern defense. Take a look here of SEAL Team Bravo as they're pushing 2 all the way up to the rooftop.
Yeah, shot's gonna ring out from that center burning building courtyard area, and that's gonna let them know it's the south spawn, so some smoke's gonna come over now. Shots ringing from the south towards Diesel at the tank. No connections made, and Diesel's gonna turn for the burn, but he's not gonna find any connection. He's in a bad spot. He can't really push many directions here. He's stuck out in the open. He's behind some walls. What's he gonna do? Smokes, frags coming in from Quokka at the ambulance. Sickness finding Milkman and Rob. Rob finding Sickness back.
That was a backside flank, a fantastic one. I definitely missed.
But I mean, it's hard to see it all when there's so much going on in the middle of the map. To follow one person off on their own is just, you know, you wouldn't think to do it. Now Quokka's pushing in. He might have the drop on Hondo here. I don't think he's gonna hear it. Quokka pulls tablet. Here comes Hondo around the corner, but he doesn't get the connection on the first shots, and it ends up paying for it. Hondo finds the kill instead. He's back and forth between the tank and the engine. He's out in the open, and Hailfire finds the pick. Now it's a 3v1. Milk or Switch just off in front of the plane engine. He's pushing around. Raz is the only man left. He's just got to look left. Will Raz see it? No. Switch makes it by, but he's not going to be looking. He's not watching behind him. He's just going straight for the cap, and Raz has got an open target right there waiting for him.
He's giving himself away. They know he's in the courtyard. He's taking shots out towards Hailfire's position, and now he's definitely ID'd.
They should just run him out of ammo.
He's going to have to deal with Rob here on this side. Will Rob...
Ooh, Rob's got a blind spot.
Oh, he might. Well,
I mean, he's gonna have to cross him.
Yeah, he absolutely
is.
If
he can call out to Hailfire to draw the attention, he can get past that spot because it's a very, it's like, you know, is he in range there?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I was like, there's no way he's in range. Oh, Raz spotted him, but Rob spotted him as well, and he finds the pick. Ember secures another point. And they will not go down another map on a goose egg. An excellent round there. Top to bottom, honestly, from Ember.
Yeah, really fantastic pickup there by Rob in the end. Getting rid of that tablet, dropping it, going for the gun, grabbing the pick, getting on the board exactly what Ember needs to stay in this series. But now SEAL Team Bravo's got, you know, if I dare say, another cap opportunity here as they switch to the offensive side. So
why would you say that against your own brethren?
They're not out of the woods yet, my friend.
It is a more difficult objective to cap, however, so it's not as easy of a task as some of these other objectives that SEAL Team Bravo's had the privilege to be able to cap, I guess you would say.
It's definitely going to be an interesting approach. Let's take a look at the objective that we're going to be dealing with, and it looks like it's East HQ. Not an easy objective to cap on, but I don't know, SEAL Team Bravo's just been finding a way every time, and we'll see if that carries on into this round. I'm agreeing with you. I mean, it's just it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough defense for Ember. They're going to have to be patient. I think if they don't lose anybody in the first 2 minutes, then I think they will hold the defense successfully. If they can keep their entire team alive, that's going to be my thing. At 4 minutes, if the whole team's alive, Ember will take this. It's those early picks, and we're seeing that a lot, right? We saw Hondo pick up an early hit onto Switch. That was that grenade kill that we've played a couple of times. He got that down. It forces the defense to change its routes, right? They couldn't get into position in time. They had to revive, burn through their syringes. I mean, it just downing a person does a lot for that enemy team, or even for your team. And if they can keep it up, I mean, I don't see why. Oh, actually, that's the incorrect round. It is round 3. My apologies. There we go. Little stacked overlays there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best performing teams operate like tier 1 military units, right? They have each other's backs. They know they can rely on each other. They know where each other's going to be. Now, from the play alone, SEAL Team Bravo is definitely checking a lot of the boxes in the way they move, the way they're shooting. Obviously, we don't have open comms that we can just sit there and listen to them at any point in time to where I could sit here and say, oh, yeah, SEAL Team Bravo's comms are good, and, we hear them communicating back and forth. But I mean, when we are close up with the camera, you do hear them chatting back and forth. Sickness, from past experience, he's a very vocal player. He doesn't stay quiet. He's always talking, giving intel. So that's good. So as long as the rest of the team's doing that, they know what's going on. They have good situational awareness. I mean, they're set up for success. They just have to keep honing their craft.
We're a minute in. All of the members of the Ember squad are still alive, so my prediction is still working. Gonna say that Quokka is gonna be the first one to grab a pick onto Sickness as he tries to cross to the Humvee unsuccessfully. More gunshots ring out as Hailfire finds a second. SEAL Team Bravo now down to 3.
All right, we're about 30 seconds away from the 4-minute mark, Noman, and you are looking right. Ember is doing much better now that they've not had any of those early round picks. It's mostly up to the team here in the north with Hondo and that's Raz. Yeah, it is Raz, as Raz finds shots onto Rob, opening up the north a little bit from the hotel. But he's still safe. Rob can still provide call-outs to his team, so there's not too much to worry about. If anything, it's a safer position for Rob to be in because now he can just call out everything with zero risk of being shot. I mean, he's essentially just a ghost beacon, which, some people have problem with, considering the player is able to technically stand up in their play space, but it's a game, right? Not everything can be 100% life.
Yeah, I think if every time you died,
when I get shot.
I think every time you die and you crumple to the floor in your VR headset, you're gonna get real sick real soon. So keeping folks not ill, I think, is more the goal rather than necessarily a gameplay.
We should just get our wonderful friends over at B Haptics to supply us with a full body haptic suit.
Yeah, exactly.
That way, when you die, we can program it to where it just collapses all your muscles and you curl up into a little ball on your floor.
That's right.
B Haptic, for the best in haptics. That's what the B stands for, by the way.
Hey, good.
B Haptics. In case you guys don't know.
I think that's very pertinent information.
That is 100% unconfirmed information. And to the folks at B Haptics, I do love you guys. I think your products are really cool, and I'm excited to see how they'll integrate into popular titles like Onward and Pavlov and some of the others. So if you folks out there haven't, please do go and check them out. B Haptics, one of the newer sponsors to the VRML. So big shout outs to them. But I do hope the B in their name stands for best, because if not, it should.
Absolutely, and we've just been sort of hovering over the shoulder of Raz as he tries to ID any members of the defense. The defense doing the exact thing they should do, staying tucked in. They know where everybody is. Raz took some bullets there. Yep, and there it is. Switch will be the one
He's still way back at Crater
confirming his original
Top
shots.
down again.
Yeah, Hondo's getting in fairly close, and I think he might actually have a line through that Rob might not be able to see. So he's going to be able to get some ground, but he is going to have to deal with Milkman up against the East Glass, watching towards the tow truck. So he is going to have a bit of a challenge, but if he and Drunk Drummer play it correctly, they could hit it at the same time and get the advantage.
Yeah, it's also worth knowing that Switch does not know he got that pick. He actually just assumed that Raz had dropped in his play space, but he dropped in a big way, and Milkman is going to be able to spot out Hondo before he can react, making it just a 1v4. Drunk Drummer, the last remaining, rocking that 12x on that sniper rifle. He's gonna have a rough time here on the close quarters aspect of this approach. He has to pop this corner now onto Milkman, pushes the corner, but he's not quick enough. Milkman securing that round for Ember and tying things up here in map 3, 2-2.
Milkman and that TAR 21 are doing justice. Milkman saving the day, as someone in chat said. The Milkman is delivering. Now,
just
whether
like he
you're
should.
from the U.S. or Canada, it might come in bottles or it might come in bags. So take your preference pick there, but he's delivering. So if you're accepting new milk deliveries, Milkman is your guy.
He's also delivering 6 kills in a res for his team. Doing a fantastic job there, propping up the Ember defense. Meanwhile, Raz and Hondo each with 3 on their side as well, and Hondo, of course, with that cap in the first round.
So Noman, I gotta ask, why not the full commit from the Inferno Brotherhood? Like, why not full on all fire-based names for your team and its members?
Oh, I can't take people's individuality away just for joining an organization. It was kind of yeah, it's weird to say it, but it's one of those things that when you're in the throes of making it, you're kind of like in the back of your head, you're like, this isn't gonna take off, like, we'll never stick around enough for it to matter. And then of course, seasons go by and players join, and we have to add new teams and merge teams. And then you're kind of at the end of it, you're like, well, dang, now I'm kind of stuck in this theme. I love the Inferno theme. I love the Blaze theme, but yeah, I don't know about making Hailfire definitely went that route. He did adjust his name.
He did. Yeah.
He used to be AF, I believe, was his actual name. So really interesting to see how this shakes out as we get into round number 4.
All right, teams. I want to see more player names with thematic team names.
Yeah, match your team names, themes. That's too much work. You gotta update the website. You gotta update the Discord. It's just so much. Ember, meanwhile, spawning on the south.
First world problem.
Sending 2 folks up to the north, 3 down to the south. Sickness here. Gonna be baiting out quite a bit of bullets. Yeah.
Well, no. Ember's got people going south, but will Sickness make it is the question. He's trying to walk that smoke over. I still don't know why people don't just... I will waste a magazine into a cloud of smoke if it's moving across the street. Don't y'all think that swinging your smoke around is going to stop me from shooting it? And I'm not going to save my bullets. I'm going to shoot at it. So just a note for anyone playing SMC, I'm not going to stop from shooting just because you're waving around a smoke canister and I can't see exactly where you are.
That's right. Suppressive fire in a big way, and Quokka already managing to make it very far up into this objective. He can catch the side of Sickness here pretty easily if he pops his corner. He's gonna have to deal with Raz though.
Yeah, and there's a long sight line from Drunk Drummer way in the back by the rocks at the tunnel. And there's Quokka popping out to find the Sickness. He's gonna be able to rotate away from Drunk Drummer's angle, and he'll manage to squeeze by Raz.
Wow, Raz not checking that angle quite fast enough. He is looking now in that direction. If Quokka tries to go to this 3-story, he's going to have a hard time. Hondo now on the outside looking to try to get this pick Onto Quoko, who's already in the back line, and a flubbed frag there. Quoko's going to be forced to rotate right into Raz's bullets. An unfortunate rotation there will unseat Quoko from a fantastic offensive position. And Drunk Drummer with a great shot, long range onto Switch.
I saw that hit Switch in the forehead. Like, just the way his player model reacted, you could tell that hit him, like, right in the front of the face.
A great pick there. Diesel, meanwhile, snags another on the backside of this hill. Milkman looking for the refrag. Is he going to spot Diesel? He does. A fantastic cleanup shot by Milkman there.
Delivering again.
He just continues to deliver. I want to be on his route. Raz sending a few bullets down in that direction, but to no effect as the rotations have already come out. More bullets raining in. Look at that fantastic pick from Milkman yet again. Diesel picking up Rob there on the corner of the hill, and Milkman popping up and saying, nah, not out of this just yet.
Ooh, Milkman's got a good approach angle because now he's rotated away from where Diesel can see him. Raz is going to find Hailfire, but he's going to have given away his position, and as long as Hondo keeps his head down in that defensive position there. Oh, but he's going to pass by the door. Here comes the peek out again. Will he go for it? He will, and Milkman's going to convert. He should know Raz is here in the corner, but the corner will get him. Raz finds the kill. SEAL Team Bravo grabbed another point, and the series, or the map, goes 3-2 in favor of SEAL Team Bravo.
Does indeed a great cleanup there by Raz, being patient in that position. I'm surprised Milkman, you know what I think? I think he ran out of ammo. I think that's what it was. I think he popped around that corner and started pre-firing.
Very possible.
And I think he had, because I don't remember him reloading after sending rounds down towards Hondo. So,
he had a drum mag. So my bets are he fired a good bit and some suppression early on, right? He was like, okay, I don't need to change my mag because someone gave me a drum mag. Then he engaged 3 targets in the north at different points in time. And not just a few shots, like he put out 5 or 6 rounds at least each engagement. And yeah, I completely believe that he ran out of ammo. I can totally believe that.
An unfortunate reason to not be able to find that final pick. But still, a great series overall, and SEAL Team Bravo just pushed.
We should have just played 3 quarantines.
Just pushed their way into the lead here with a 3-2 scoreline in the final map. If you just joined, well, it's mostly over. There's no point. 4-0 for Bazaar, 4-1 for Tanker, and now 3-2 here in quarantine. SEAL Team Bravo has just been on point throughout these maps. It's been really great to watch.
You can't say they're on fire because that would hurt your feelings, wouldn't it?
No, I don't lay claim to every fire-based pun that there is. Sleepy, it's too much.
Your branding wrong.
It's too much. It's too much to keep track of. I can't. I'm one man, Sleepy. I can't appropriate every fire-based thing for my purposes.
You're one person? Oh, shoot.
Right.
We've been giving you way too many tasks to do in the off-season.
That's true. That is. We'll have a talk about that off-screen. Round 6 now underway. Or round 5. Honestly, who remembers?
It's round 6. We didn't have any caps.
We did.
This one.
We did.
Yes,
have
we did.
Yes, we
So
did.
it's round 5.
It's round 5. Round 5, and I just cannot get my round overlays working for me today as Ember pushes out a little bit aggressively on this objective, but I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, it does tend to work on this one, doesn't it?
It's just nicer to be able to catch the offense, assuming they have an approach when they actually don't. As long as you can get out before the offense sees you, and
Sure.
SEAL Team Bravo did get the spawn to ID those rotations.
Yeah.
So they might have actually
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Sickness called a few bits of movement there at the start once he crested the hill, so I would expect them to have some pretty good knowledge of the field. But we'll see. Shots already ringing out from the roof. Drunk Drummer laying those rounds down range, and I do see a 203 for you and me.
He does have that grenade launcher on the M4. It is allowed in the quarantine map as well as Downfall and Snow Peak.
Yeah, new change though this season. The smoke version is allowable on all maps, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how folks use that, because it's been a hotly debated topic as to whether or not it's an effective tool and whether or not, it should be removed. Of course, obviously it's been decided that it should be used. We'll see how teams opt to use it as we go through the season. We'll have to keep track of it. That's one of those things we'll have to keep track of.
An expensive tool that you can only use once.
It is indeed. And Drunk Drummer with a nice shot onto Milkman. That was obfuscated by the explosion of a grenade. I couldn't hear the shot till he got the pick. Switch here going to be in trouble as Diesel and Sickness push up in tandem. Hellfire should be able to cover. Oh, here's the pin on the nade. He pushes. Sickness not
he makes
watching.
It around. How did that just happen? He had somebody looking at him from the roof and didn't get shot.
Yeah, but now he is absolutely pinned. This is going to be so tricky. If Hondo misreads this situation, he might pop out thinking he's going to grab Switch, and Hailfire will clean up that attempt. And we're just going to watch over the shoulder here as he crawls around the side.
What?
Fantastic pick. Hondo able to win that engagement. Grabbing Hailfire.
Chastised by his team for missing those.
Oh, and what a fantastic airburst right over the top of Switch.
All right, Drunk Drummer is an explosives expert.
He has got a fantastic arm on that guy. What a toss that was. How
does Quokka not see Drunk Drummer? Are you kidding me right now?
Quokka does find Sickness, and he does see the back of Drummer. I think he did catch a bullet. Switch gonna get confirmed here as he pushes around the outside. Now Quokka's
2v2.5 here. Rob has managed to rotate back to the objective, and Quokka is in part trying to do the same. Drunk Drummer's gonna go for the res, and Quokka's gonna see it.
That was a fantastic headshot. I mean, that was only head showing, or at least just top of chest. Sickness confirmed as well. Quokka very fantastic. I mean, just great heads up play there from Quokka to confirm that kill, as well as cleaning up the potential res. Now Rob rotating exactly where Hondo needs him to rotate as he pops up over this hill, and Rob not ready for the bullets. Will even things out into a 1v1.
Stay low, Quokka. Don't push to him. You're giving him what he wants. 2 minutes left, and you are in a tight spot.
Let's ride along with Hondo as he makes his approach to the objective in these final 2 minutes. This is the map on the line here. If they can win, that'll cinch up all 3 maps for them. But Ember is looking to stay in it.
To win it, well, you can't win it, but
they
can win the map.
They can win the map. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that is definitely, especially early in the season, every little bit counts. When you get towards the end, you're going to be missing that one map,
A lot of time, 90 seconds left in the round. This could be the final round if Hondo is able to get the pick here onto Quokka. Quokka nervously checking around the corner to ensure no one's come around yet. Hondo placing smoke, but he's going to back off the corner. Should draw Quokka out, but does he have the time for this? It's not a quick jaunt around that building. It's going to eat up at least 15 seconds, but he will put himself in a pretty good position because it's a blind approach. He will be able to kind of get close enough to Quokka without being spotted. You can see him now. He's pushing up that alley, but he's trying to get the look from range. Luckily for him, he does find it, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The third map, won by SEAL Team Bravo with a score of 4-2, leaving our overall score of the night 12-3. SEAL Team Bravo. Man, Noman, thoughts after that? Well, honestly, quite surprising matchup.
Yeah, it was a great series for both sides. I mean, the score lines, as we often say, do not reflect the place, the way the teams played in these matchups. And I think Ember put up a great fight. They've definitely got some rust to shake off. They're not quite at that level of coordination that they need to be this early in the season. But hey, a lot of us maybe didn't touch our headsets for a month and change during the offseason. Taking that break, taking some family time. But SEAL Team Bravo very obviously has been putting in the work. And they're going to be a team to watch out for this season. Definitely in the next couple of weeks. We'll see how their standings place and where they go with this. But if they keep playing like this, they're definitely going to have a successful season ahead of them. Any final thoughts from you, Sleepy, before I sign us off?
No, I mean, congratulations to SEAL Team Bravo, a well-earned victory. Ember, you guys played well. I mean, Noman said it best. I mean, there's definitely some rust to still shake off and work out, but you guys did play excellent. Some great stuff coming up there at the end, but yeah, I think you guys will be able to see what you were doing wrong if you go back and watch the tape over. But I wouldn't be too hard on yourself or any of the guys for anything that might have happened, because overall, still an entertaining game, still an excellent game, and I mean, wasn't the longest one, but honestly, I don't have any complaints about that.
Yeah, I definitely had a great time, and we hope you guys had a great time as well. That was SEAL Team Bravo and Ember in Season 10, Week 1 of the Onward VR Master League. Just fantastic stuff. Thank you to both teams. Thank you to you guys, the viewers, for tuning in, showing up, showing your support. We appreciate that. We're glad to be back. Lots of cool new things. As you can see, our casting deck has seen some improvements, and we'll see more over the coming weeks. And we do appreciate you guys working with us through the technical issues as well. There will be some, I am sure. We are, as always, volunteers here at the VRML, so we're doing our best to bring everything to you at as high of a quality as possible, and we appreciate your time and patience, so thank you for that. I want to thank our sponsors, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and oh my god, there's one more. I don't have the list. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 3 more. Cyber Shoes, B Haptics, as well as Fixed Gaming. Lots of new sponsors. Assets don't quite reflect all of the sponsors just yet, but in the coming weeks, we'll make sure to update all of that. Thank you to those 6 sponsors. I mean, guys, come on. So exciting. Season 10, 2 new sponsors. That means new prizes, new benefits for the league. I'm just excited as ever for Season 10 and what it holds for us. And with that, I'm going to be signing us off. My name is Noman with a 4. I have been joined by Sleepy with 2 3s. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you again very, very soon. There's going to be casts all week. Tune into those. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.